Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So this set is my very first junk nail set, and I actually really like how they turned out because I'm not really big on like sets that just got a lot going on or just completely different, and I liked how these turned out. I definitely do need to work on like being out of my head and just letting myself create. But this is my first set and definitely many more to come. But I'm going to try to get into the habit of showing y'all everything I'm using before I actually start, because I know sometimes whenever I try to put colors in the description box, I can't really remember the name, or most of the time I can remember the brand, but I really can't remember the color name. So the glitter I just showed y'all, I actually got from a nail supply store in Atlanta. So I don't have anywhere to link that. But here are the rest of the acrylics. Y'all already know I use Mia Secret clear and Mia Secret white, but with a little bit of clear up in it. So I'm going ahead and put my dehydrator, and then I'm going to do my usual prep system. So I've already applied my primer twice, and now I'm putting my thin layer of clear. These are the No C Curve Extendo. Well, I think they're just extra long coffin tips that I got from Tulip, and we didn't cut these at all. So how the tip came, we just left it like that. So after I went ahead and applied my clear, now I'm starting to get into the actual design. So my goal for this set was to not overthink it and literally apply the colors, move them around, add some glitter, and just try not to think too hard about it. Um, I did the other hand already, so this hand came second, so I was a little bit more comfortable. But on the first hand, I was moving a lot slower because I was just trying to make sure I, put the right colors together and just make sure that it looked decent. But yeah, make sure when it comes to putting colors together on a nail that you don't put colors together that don't mix well and that's not in the same color range. For example, never put blue and orange right by each other, or orange and purple, or green and pink. Like, those colors don't really mix well. So if you put them right beside each other, it's gonna get muddy really bad. My brush is a size 12 spade brush that I got from my local nail supply store. I'm not really too fond of it now. I did reorder a brush from Tulip, and I will start using that one soon because this one is shedding really bad. And yeah, it's just, when your brush starts shedding, then you have to pick the bristles up from off the nail, out your monomer, and it's just not good. But yeah. The key when it comes to tie-dye or any kind of marbling is to use bigger size beads. For some reason, I always have trouble with marble whenever I try to use smaller beads, and really, whenever I do that, like the colors just blend or mix together. But when I pick up bigger beads, it keeps the colors from mixing, and it keeps them separate a little while longer, and then that way you can manually move stuff around. But try to pick up more product if you're having troubles with that. Always make sure that you're keeping your shape throughout this whole process. Notice how I always wipe my brush along the sides and in the bottom. That's because acrylic continuously moves until it's 100% dry. And especially with any kind of colored acrylic, it's a little bit more runnier than just regular core powders. So you really want to make sure you keep your shape until the acrylic is not moving anymore. Otherwise, you're going to have more shaping and filing to do. But also, when it comes to nails this long, it is a little bit harder to try to keep up with everything. Just try to make sure you move in sections.
What we do here is go back.
Now, this particular client does request for her nails to be more on the thicker side, so I will be applying more acrylic than I normally would. But still, nails for with this type of length, you still want to make sure you have a decent amount of acrylic in the apex area so that the nails won't break. So my brush is actually wider than her nail bed, so I like to drop some product off, then come back and re-drop product back on top of what I've already dropped, if that makes sense. So notice how wide my brush is. When I pick up my bead, I don't immediately just lay the bead flat on the surface with smaller nail beds because it's just gonna leak out on the sides. So I put some of the acrylic down first and then put the rest of the acrylic on top of that bead I just put down. Nails this long do take a little minute to do, so make sure you like mentally prepare yourself to do a set this long, because the moment you start getting unorganized or in just frantic, it's just gonna go downhill. So make sure you keep yourself calm and organized, and make sure you go in with a plan. Of course, I'm using my Mia Secret to encapsulate. Also, you want to make sure that as far as the air bubbles, kind of pick them out a little bit so that way the set won't get too cloudy. And then also make sure you keep your shape again. Now remember that this client requested her nails a little bit thicker, so you're going to see me apply a little bit more product. A lot of the times when people start to go into their encapsulation process, they just get a little bit lazy and just slap the acrylic on. You still want your foundation and your application to be very smooth. So even though you have your design already laid out, don't get lazy when it comes to the encapsulating part. You want to apply that as neatly as when you applied your design. So what I like to do and what I like to tell my students is just pretend like the design underneath is not even there. If you pretend like the design isn't there, the clear layer is gonna, hold more weight. So pretend like they're just getting a solid set clear or just with polish on top. So you want this application to be very smooth. Holding your client fingers down definitely helps with making sure the acrylic doesn't get stuck in one place. Gravity will help you pull the rest of that acrylic down, and then all you have to do is with your brush go on the sides to make sure you keep your shape, and that also will help bring some of that extra acrylic down. You don't want to take too long to bring the acrylic down because it's definitely going to get stuck in the middle and you're going to have a hump. I know I never showed a thumb, but I decided to leave the thumb clip in this time because it just really came out so pretty. And honestly, I would have just kept the nails like this. These are definitely giving me Lisa Frank vibes. Like, these are so pretty. I low-key wanted to keep them like this because they were just so cute. I'm gonna have to do a separate set and just literally leave them like this. But you see how I kept my shape? Make sure you keep your shape. So now I'm just using these kawaii charms. I really just got them from anywhere, to be honest, and I'm really just trying to pick out which ones I wanted to use. So as you can see, that hand over there is already done. Super cute, super cute. Bling is blinging. And I decided to go with a gummy bear in that heart charm. So now we know for a fact we wanted this mermaid. So I was like, okay, bet. We know we want the mermaid. And the other one, so I'm using my Nail Supply Glamour Builder Gel. Almost, I think it's called Super Diamond Gel Glue. Whatever. Y'all know which one. And I decided to use these for the kawaii charms because this is very sticky and I have no doubt that this is going to hold these in place. So yeah, I decided to go with the mermaid and then a gummy bear again. I did the two middle fingers again and bling on the others. I know a lot of y'all asked if my bling box came like this, and the answer is no, it did not come like this actually. This box had dividers in it, but I accidentally kicked it over and I had mixed all of my sizes and shapes together, so I was just like, okay, they already mixed together, I might as well take the dividers out. So I took the dividers out and now I just have them all in this container. Definitely not by choice because it is a hassle trying to pick out the right sizes, but it'll do. It's gonna have to do because I'm not separating any of that. So you guys know I go ahead and use my super glue for my crystals and my wax pencil. Now what you see me taking out of the container that's at the top, I have some SS8s that I have separated, and I just use those too because I know those are all guaranteed to be the same size. On you, that's truly, I'm digging you. not that I don't want you here. It's something about the way you stare into my eyes. I know that I don't make things clear. I fall for you every time I try to resist. We can get away from these beach views and every day. Now I'm going to use my Young Nails Mission Control and Overdrive. This is the black one. I like to use this over polish because it doesn't move and it doesn't run all over the place, and it's super opaque. But I do add a little bit of black polish to it because sometimes these tend to be a little thick, and by mixing it with not regular polish, but gel polish, it helps you manure it on the nail a whole lot better, so it spreads a little bit easier. But definitely recommend these Mission Controls. think I need you here. I swear it's time to keep these feelings to myself. Now you're the one I'm thinking of. My higher ground, my rocket love. For gravity, I'd rather stay up here. We can get away, palm trees, beach views on a night day. All I wanna hear is an visions I replay. Sit right next to you. And you could do this part with a dotting tool, but honestly, I was getting fed up at this point because, yeah, I had already been doing this set for a minute. I was ready to go, okay? So I'm just using the actual polished bottle to do my circles, and I'm just going to go in with my 25mm Acrylic brush, and I'm going to outline the sides. Just choose two sides to outline in black, and then I'm gonna go in with my actual dotting tool to kind of spread it out a little bit. Now I'm using the Mission Control but in white instead, and I'm just going to give this nail an outline. Like I said, I really wasn't trying to make both hands match, so I was like, okay, let me throw something in there different. So I just went ahead and did that. Again, this is the Acrylic brush on Instagram. Her Instagram, I think, is Acrylic & Co, and I just went ahead and used that. Now I'm going to use my new House of Rose gel top coat. And this is a very high gloss top coat. It's not too thick and it's not too runny, and I actually really do love it. I'm going to go ahead and gloss these nails up, and that will be the end of the video. Thank you guys for watching. If you're not subscribed, make sure you go ahead and do that, and I will have more videos coming soon. Oh,